Yep, and we're jumping into it. Hold on, hold on. Alright, hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue, and I am joined here with Half Monk. And we're bringing you guys the Amateur Dota 2 League Season 3. This is a game of no EarthSpirit versus Smart Gaming. And it's no EarthSpirit, it's very reminiscent in names as far as I'm concerned, with the no Tidehunter.
Yeah.
Except for they don't have the awesome logo. It's the only difference.
No Titan or no Ember Spirit would be much better because those are actually in the captain's mode.
Yeah, true, Earth. Hey, that's a good name though, because no EarthSpirit's in the Captain's mode yet, so they're clever. They're being clever. Clever names deserve clever prizes, but we'll see how these guys cleverly play in this game as they ban out a Nyx Assassin and a Doombringer. And those are two, I don't want to say super solid bans, and I say that mostly in the direction of a Doombringer, but it does tell us that they probably want to have somebody who needs to rely on their spells or somebody who just wants to go for some free farm around the map. So I'm going to go ahead and say Ember Spirit's going to be in this game. Will that be a good assessment?
Well, the Doom Bun tells us something. They have definitely some pick in mind they don't want to have disabled, something that is really heavily relying on their casts, on their spells.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, definitely possible.
And actually, Death Prophet, I was leaning towards the Death Prophet a little bit, but I wasn't saying that indefinitely. Because Death Prophet you can usually pick up in like the second go around, but Ember Spirit is gonna be the first pickup. Go figure, guys. Totally called it. Cool Blue Pro. Give me
Nice
metal,
one.
please.
Very nice, very nice. Well, on the OD bun, we didn't even say anything, but I don't even think you have to say anything because every single Dota player out there who ever
Mm-hmm.
played in mid and encountered an OD knows why you want to ban him. Simply as that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is a lot of things to worry about. And actually, we got a lion pickup, which I think is a solid support to have. They don't necessarily know exactly what they're going for with this lineup because Ember Spirit, he's pretty much played in every single lineup right now. We're kind of in the experimental stage of Ember Spirit because he just recently came out like 2 weeks ago, and people
Yeah.
are still trying to find out where he really fits in. And I still think he does really well mid.
What do
I
you
think that's
say
his main thing.
about Sing Sing's play today without Flame Guard?
I would say I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I actually played in a game with a friend, a personal friend of mine, Smash. Shout out to you, Smash, you're awesome. But he played in a game and he picked Ember Spirit. And he refused to get Flame Guard, and I was trying to argue back. I was like, "Oh, dude, Flame Guard's so early damage," and he was saying, "No, Flame Guard's trash because you're no." He dead serious says because Sleight of Fist gives you so much bonus damage when you jump between people, and it gives you a higher damage output. And of course, his first item was a Battle Fury, and he did have some really good farm, and we did well. We lost probably because me being the support and all. But that's besides the point, guys. Long story short, Sleight of Fist it really gives you a lot of extra damage. It gives you a whole entire 120 extra damage on heroes. It's spammable every 6 seconds. It's not as much damage output as Flame Guard, but when you have a bunch of nukes on the enemy side, which I think was the case with Sing Sing from some people I heard talk about it, there was a bunch of nukes on the side of his enemy. So if he got Flame Guard, it would go away anyway. So might as well just use on something useful,
Yep, yeah.
or use those skill points on something useful.
Well, I don't know, like I still play my Ember Spirit with Flame Guard.
Oh yeah,
Flame
of
Guard
course, of
Rush,
course.
but
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, while we were talking, we have a Darkseer and a Rubik.
Hmm.
Interesting, smart gaming. I think they set their offlane there, the Darkseer.
Hmm.
The Rubik. Well, Rubik's pretty interesting because he already got something interesting to steal. There's a
Hmm.
wall to steal and there's a finger to steal. Two
Yes.
very nice ultimates, and all the other spells are also nice. I think, except for the mana drain, Rubik is pretty much interested in all of that, like having an Iron
Hmm.
Shell yourself, having the sprint yourself, or even a vacuum. Very interesting game for the Rubik.
I mean, if Ruby can still vacuum and vacuum into Sleight of Fist,
Yep.
uh, that
Yeah,
just might
it
be well,
hurts.
Sleight of Fist with the Battlefield. That might be a dead person.
Yeah. And we see another strong ban for mid, the
Hmm.
Storm. Like pretty much the second mid ban after OD. Like you see the OD ban so often and the Storms coming out. And of course
Right.
Invoker at the same time. Like our
Yes.
statsman telling me even Invoker like being one of the most banned and picked hero in 6.8. We all know
Wow.
why. Quaswax.
Yeah.
Hello.
And like to be fair, I want to say Ember Spirit has been banned and picked ever since he's been into the thing. Like the very first game, I'm not lying to you guys. We were casting a tournament like 2 weeks ago or whenever the Ember Spirit got into captive mode, and we casted a game and then the patch went through, so everybody had to go down with the patch. And then we came back right into the next game, and Ember Spirit was picked up like he was first pick, no lie, and it was actually no, he was last pick, so I did lie. My apologies, guys. At least I admitted it. But when he was playing that game, he won that game because nobody really knew how to play against him just yet, and Flame Guard still very strong, and that's how they played it.
We have Ursa.
Ooh, Ursa, Ursa.
Ursa.
I see Ursa being kited, but you also have a Darkseer giving that surge. So, what would you foresee Ursa doing versus Ember Spirit?
Ember Spirit. Just for the reason that you can kite him
Mm-hmm.
around. Plus the team is even more supporting the kite. You have a Rubik lift and whatever he steals, and he has a
Mm-hmm.
lot to steal right now. You have the Ember Spirit with the shackles plus the remnants supping around. Visage now even with the slow, possibly even the Gargar stun. So that Ursa definitely needs a BKB pretty fast.
Yes. And this game, if Ursa went Blink Dagger first, like if Ursa went like Brown Boots, maybe some pieces of Liza and Blink Dagger, I will not like think is the craziest thing in the world. I think Blink Dagger and BKB as well are going to be very important things to pick up this game.
Yeah. I think the Ursa pick as such is very interesting because when did we see the last time
Mm-hmm.
Ursa? Like I remember TI.
Yeah, those are Ursa at TI, and I think he won because he
Yeah,
had a Blink
he
Dagger.
won.
But Blink Dagger was at his core items. I mean, Blink Dagger something to close that distance. And actually, I'm having the Darkseer with the surge on Ursa is going to be useful. I'm having the Coddle. I mean, they can do some counter pushing because and they can also get rid of Ember Spirit's Flame Guard really well. Because I think Coddle at level 4, he should be able to get rid of it by himself. Yeah, Coddle Illuminate can get rid of Flame Guard all by itself.
Yep, definitely. Like we didn't even we have a Mirana and a Coddle, but we didn't even say what they banned. We have a Viper and the Sand King. That's well.
All right.
What do you say about it? Like Sand King?
Sand King has some really nice initiation stuns. Blink Burrow Strike is always nice. I don't see any direct synergy with everybody else except for a Trial with Visage plus Sand King would be nasty, I guess. But they already have a Rubik and a Visage, so I didn't foresee them picking up a Sand King at all. Viper on the other hand, I can see him being there because for the simple reason of we want to kite Ursa to death. And Viper's really good at kiting because he drops ult and you can't do anything, or he just right clicks you and you can't do anything anyway. So Ursa struggles a lot.
You know what I assume? I think we're gonna see this Ember Spirit in mid, simply for the reason, look at the 3 mid bans they have. They ban the Storm, the Invoker, the Puck, and that creates space for Ember Spirit in mid.
But yeah, very true, very true. Those are intelligent picks. I was gonna say Disruptor's still in the pool, but they pick a Razor instead, and they go for Enigma inside of no Earth Spirit. So yeah, they're gonna have an Ember Spirit mid that will fit, and you can have Enigma playing the off lane ish. No, Enigma's in jungle. Never mind. So Mirana off lane. Wait, hold on. How are they gonna lane this?
I like for no Earth Spirit. A good question. It's a I don't know, Visage offlane, Mirana offlane, and Mirana safe lane with Rubik maybe, Enigma in jungle, or maybe even the Enigma on offlane. I've seen that before. Not very common, but I'm really curious to see this one. How they gonna lane this?
I'm gonna put my money on the table. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna say they're gonna have Enigma in the jungle, Tri lane on bottom, abandon the top lane completely, and let Ember Spirit run mid. That's gonna be my call.
No, I'm definitely against it. I think they're gonna definitely lane all 3 lanes. The Enigma jungle, Mirana Rubik, this damn it! Like I can't actually decide myself.
Or Mirana offlane, then have a oh sorry, wrong side. Anyway, but before we continue with all our predictions and stuff, because we'll talk about it more extensively, especially once they actually do it. Not that we're stalling or anything to see what they actually do before we predict what they actually do. But let's go and do introductions on the side of the teams. You think that would be a good idea?
Yep, I start with Radiant, and we have heading towards safe lane is Mr. Coddle. That is Manfis. We have the Ursa going for the same lane, Imperial. At the moment, the Lion, Mr. Dan, like also heading for the safe lane, and 4 on the safe lane so far. Mr. Stand-in, Hiroshi. And there's one left in the base, Diego's VC on the Darkseer.
And on the side of Ban Earth, on this Visage, or Visage, however you want to pronounce that, we see Fana Solyan on that Visage. On this Rubik, we see N, because who needs more letters to explain? I mean, Ember Spirit says it himself, 4 letters is enough, or 4 words is enough. Not 4 letters, that's offensive, I'm sorry guys. Unless you're talking about free, that's a different story. Moving on to Mirana, we see Stray Cat. It's kind of funny because she's on a cat or lion, man, bear, lion, pig thing. And on this Enigma, we see Last Magic on him. And last but not least, on this Ember Spirit, which is going to be the role to watch, I think. We see Relic on him. And I think I called everybody out.
Yep, I think that's been everybody. But we see already clumping up 5 men Radiant jungle. And I wonder if they find someone. Doesn't look like Banner is going to head out so far.
There's going to do some dewarding, and I don't know if they'll be able to catch anybody because nobody's going to be down there. And you got squiggly lines being drawn on the map.
Yep.
Yeah, this is some common things to see in like a team type match like this. Basically, your whole entire team go in one direction just in case a team fight happens. Because if it does happen, I think the level 1 fight should theoretically go to Ban Earth. Yeah. But then again, you do have the negative or the magic damage that can get rid of that flame guard quickly.
Oh, there's an arrow already connecting on Razor.
Right in front of Invis Rune. It's not going to be fun for him. He's going to actually get telekinesis to the high ground. It sadly doesn't work as well as it did before. Looks like Razor will begin save. Darkseer did very smartly save that skill point before he used it, and now Razor will be alive. Pops up a healing cell before he goes down. Kyle throws out the mana leak on top of Fantasy on that Visage, so Visage, he will have enough mana to keep on running. Ursa actually throws an Earthshock. Now we got Visage in a lot of trouble, taking some damage. More damage happening on the backside. The fights happening on both sides. Ricardo will be the first one to die here very soon. Does get hit with this surge coming out from Darkseer, but not fast enough. The tree's a little bit too close. Stray Cat will be able to continue running. She does have a leap available because she did just hit level 2, and she's fine.
That's very interesting. Like, after all, we still saw the first blood before even the creep waves were heading out. Nice.
Heck yeah. This is Dota, guys. Gotta be on your P's and Q's, and we're definitely on our R's and L's, which are not our P's and Q's, but they're close by.
But I think now we see the final laning. We have the Ursa, supported by Caudle and Lion. We have in mid the Razor versus the Ember Spirit, which is an interesting duel here. Like, I'm really fun to see this. And as predicted, safe lane. Off lane is Mr. Seer and the Enigma. Enigma's on the safe lane.
And guys, I want to say that I can claim victory here, but I didn't, because when I said Enigma was going to be in the jungle purely, what I was assuming that he was going to be off lane, the off lane is going to be crap for him, so he's going to abandon it and go to jungle. But these guys completely 180 that. They went offensive tri-lane on Ban Earth, and I was not expecting that one completely. So tri-lane on tri-lane, yeah, I guess you could say I was kind of close. Would that
kind of close, yeah. I didn't see it coming that like the Enigma is gonna take. And I mean, the good thing about the Enigma being solo there, I mean, she has not much resistance. The Darkseer is gonna Iron Shell everything, push everything even to the tower. That's like even in her favor. So she can you know, hover around, take probably even the 2 camps here. Like she got 2 camps she can pull and another one here. So whenever the wave is pushed out, he doesn't need to risk anything. Take those farm up in the jungle, and then whenever the Darkseer pushed with his Iron Shell, then yeah, go back on lane and take everything you get. This is going to be a very fast level 6 Enigma, I think.
Yes, and on top of that, guys, there was one time I was watching when Purge was playing. He played Enigma, and he's basically made a comment. I mean, he's playing Enigma. He's talking about why he's playing live in the game, and he said, yeah, level 1 Eidolon suck versus creeps because they can't take damage. But in this lane, they should be able to get. He should be able to get like level 2, level 3 Eidolons easily, and then go into the jungle later on if he needs to, because these Eidolons are ranged, and Ion Shell won't hurt him as much. So that's going to be nice.
Yep, definitely. I also think the skill pickups are very interesting. Like the Caudle in the first fight picking up Mana Leak. So I wonder if if he's gonna pursue this, if he's gonna like go even deeper in that Mana Leak, because it actually hurts, especially early game. If you have like 2 or 3 points in it, you don't want to run away. Besides the stun, of course, you're absolutely disabled because you have 0 mana after that.
And it was really good in that level 1 fight because Visage, I mean, Spell's early game cost a lot of mana. Visage has a mana pool of like, maybe he had like 100 less mana than he does now. But basically, he pops 1 Grave Chill and gets mana leaked and possibly doesn't have enough mana for another one. So that should be an easy kill, which is why he did go for it early. But I don't think we'll see, oh man, Ember Spirit gets a kill on top of Razor, just burns him to death. And this is actually a really interesting matchup. This is kind of like the opposite of a Razor versus OD.
We see action on the bottom lane too.
Actually, on bottom lane, Caudle taking a bunch of damage. Arrow from Mirana does hit on top of Ursa. So actually, Ursa might be in a little bit of trouble now. Ursa going for some damage on Mirana. Not enough to actually kill her. Bottle's up on top of Ember Spirit. Sorry, wrong person. He's not even involved in this fight. My fault. But anyway, fight does happen down bottom. Mirana able to stay alive. Double kill for her, so she's going to be heading for some bigger items. So we got a pause from Darkseer.
Yeah, I think this is really unfortunate because you see the Lion, I think he disconnected on the way. So instead of responding to that fight, he was heading towards base. and I think they didn't even notice while the fight was going on, so the pause came really late. That
Mm-hmm.
is really unfortunate for them. But like, just pointing out again to the Enigma,
Yeah.
14 and 10, and the Darkseer is 2 and 0. That is absolutely domination so far. And
Yep.
not just that, she's not just leading the CS, like she's every time she doesn't take an enemy creep, she takes a creep of her own. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she gets a deny. And she always times the deny like far away from the seer, so he doesn't get anything, not even XP. What? Yeah, you have level 3 versus level 4 plus the CS. This lane is won. I declare this lane already won.
Yes. I mean, it's. I can't necessarily say it's like completely won or complete. I mean, yeah, it's complete dominance as far as last hits. But let's be real. On the off lane, you don't expect your off laner to get farm anyway. Darkseid is one of the few exceptions because he can just throw iron shells and walk away as he collects gold and laps. So yeah, relative to this matchup of Darkseid versus Enigma, yes, I do agree. Enigma's completely winning his lane right now. But if Enigma does die like 2 or 3 times, which can easily happen because it's Enigma, what's he gonna do? Spawn Eidolons and run away?
Probably,
But
yeah.
if he dies a few times, it will be complete 180, and Darkseid will be winning his lane officially.
Yeah. What I'm also curious about is why Visage didn't bother yet with dewarding. He got 2 sentries there, and
Hmm.
he must assume that like they have either wards here or wards here, and the question is,
Or possibly there.
yeah, maybe he says like, well, I don't know, we stand in the lane, they maybe have vision there, but we are dominating out the lane. I keep those sentries for, I don't know, for any other deward or situation we need.
Well, I was kind of foreseeing those wards. Actually, now that I think about it, for blocking those camps, but he hasn't really been able to get in that corner.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they've been fighting recently, so yeah, I think
Hmm.
we're gonna see the deward pretty soon.
Okay. So yeah, we got a reconnect coming up from Alliance. So this game will be going underway soon, but before it does, one thing to point out as well. I mentioned it before that the dynamic of Razor versus Ember Spirit is kind of like the opposite of the dynamic of OD versus Razor, where basically OD throws Astral Imprisonment, Razor gets his free purge on top of OD, and assuming that Razor got a static link, OD's losing all his damage. But on the flip side, Ember Spirit gets hit with the static link, and Razor or he pops his flame guard and he just chases Razor and just gets damage anyway because that's magic damage.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop him from getting his damage. Like right here we're seeing the mid. We got Ember Spirit going for some damage on top of Razor. Razor can't throw a static link, but it's not going to help him out too much. Ember Spirit will just burn Razor to the ground, and Razor does go down. Coddle shows up, throws out a mana link. Ember Spirit in a little bit of trouble, stands still. Coddle doesn't have anything to actually kill him, and now Ember Spirit proceeds to go kill Coddle. So this is how it works.
This is 3 points flame guard, 2 points shackles, and we had it.
Hmm.
No, yeah. This is a very nice double kill for the Ember.
It was a very funny double kill too,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's Ember Spirit's early game damage all comes from his flame guard, which like was the argument that I had with my friend earlier. Oh, we got decent for line again. Okay, lines having lag problems, but they're gonna keep going. Okay, no, they pause. All right, but yeah, Heflatv. I would ask you this question though:
Yep.
Ember Spirit, flame guard, or sleight of fist relative to the mid game? We're talking about the mid game. Like 20 minutes in.
I don't know, like personally I prefer the flame guard simply for the fact that you said it I think yesterday, like you have this sometimes this situation, you're absolutely out of mana, you're out of HP, you're running away, people chase you but they don't have something to like close up to you and they're
Mhm.
dying of the dot. Of course you can use it aggressively and
Mhm.
of course you have that magic damage absorb, and I think you have to choose a bit. It's like if there's a team that's so magic heavy, then yeah, maybe it's not even that good of a choice, but
Right.
I don't know. Like I personally prefer it, but as I said, like as Ember is getting picked more and more, we see more and more ways to build him up, item wise and also like skill wise. So yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, this one is gonna be definitely Searing Chains and Flame Guard build for the Ember. Plus he
Right.
has rune control.
Yes, he has a lot of room control, and he also has a haste rune. He's gonna go top and kill up this Darkseer. Easiest kill of his life. Darkseer can't do anything but pop surge and stand still as he gets hit with the flaming chains, and now he will be going down. Easiest kill of easiest kill of his life. Ember Spirit, he doesn't have to do any more right clicks. He's gonna go ahead and follow. He throws his ulti just to make sure Relic got himself a kill. Enigma got himself more dominant in his lane. Meanwhile, down bottom, their supports are waiting around the corner, trying to go for something. They have a Coddle. Telekinesis thrown on top of him. He gets pulled back. Arrow from Mirana flies. Beautiful coordination coming up from the team. Mirana will be able to pick up the last hit as well. Now Lion's coming in. I think Lion DC'd again. I'm not too sure, but he's actually doing something. Throws out a stun, dies immediately. He's only level 1 right now, so he does come back up very fast. Meanwhile, we got the ZZ getting thrown out from Coddle. It's a few letters off from a GG.
Yeah,
So-
very nice ward there, by the way. Like giving the vision behind the tower here. That's really nice. So they had all they needed. Like Rubik was perfectly throwing the Caudal into the arrow. So yeah, perfect
Oh, man,
execution.
meanwhile,
We
mid.
see mid action.
Yes, mid. We got action mid. Ember is going to go for some damage on Razor. Try not to lose all of his flame guard, just in case. And he's trying to kill Razor. Razor does pop himself a magic wand and stays healthy. Relic, sadly, Ember Spirit doesn't have all that much HP, relatively speaking, and he had to back away. But if he would have decided to stay for like maybe 2 more seconds for 2 more ticks of
Yep.
flame guard, he might have been able to kill Razor.
It was really
He-
close. Like I mean, he used stick there, and he even used like 1 hit on the creep, like just the last hit. He was, I don't know. It looked like he was well aware of the fact that the Ember's not gonna dive or not dive for too long.
Speaking of diving, now we got Ember Spirit coming forward, being very aggressive, using us, using that burst damage. Because Ember has her high early burst. Meanwhile, down bottom, speaking of burst, we might see a fight happen here very soon. Mirana has an arrow available. Rubik throws out his burst, kills Coddle, and now we got Ursa in a little bit of trouble, forced to run away, besides being a big meanie. And now Lion will be the next one to die, and Ursa stays alive, so...
Yep. And at
I
the
mean-
same time, I think they
There we
called
go.
GG. Yep.
Yeah,
This
they're
is a
calling GG for
12-0. All 3 lanes are horribly lost. They have lag
Mm-hmm.
issues, at least on the Lion side. So, yeah,
And
there
just
goes the
gonna go and
first
call the
GG.
game
So the
back?
question is now: do they request maybe another server or anything else? And can they come back in game 2? That's the question. you know.
The high chance they'll call for another server, but yeah, for game 2, I think that they can definitely come back, because SMT showed like they have the coordination, I guess. Well, they didn't show much coordination because there wasn't much to show, but they could potentially have the coordination necessary to deal with Ban Earth, because Ban Earth, they just got some really good engagements,
Yep.
and we'll likely see Ember Spirit banned first.
Let's see. Well, the second lobby is open, and we will see what the teams say.
And that is it for this game. So we just brought you guys a game of Ban Earth versus SMT. Ban Earth did come out on top, and yeah, we'll, like Heflatv said, we'll see you guys in the second game. So hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you guys whenever.
Yep. I'm Heflatv, and the other guy talking, this is Cool Blue, amazing
Oh, you're
caster.
right.
We're back in about 3 minutes, maybe, if it goes fast. See ya in a second.